How beautiful is our motherland? On these millions of square kilometers of land, it encompasses most of the most magnificent scenery on Earth. Today, let's appreciate the beauty of China. From snowy plateaus to spring rain over apricot blossoms in Jiangnan, from lonely smoke in northern deserts to endless blue seas meeting the sky, from rushing rivers to idyllic pastoral landscapes, every view is as beautiful as a painting. It has numerous mountains with peaks upon peaks covering more than 2/3 of its land area, bringing us countless breathtaking natural wonders. Mount Everest, the world's highest peak.
Guilin's landscape, with its extraordinary peaks, is renowned as the most beautiful under heaven.
Extraordinary peaks are famous worldwide for their beauty. Mount Fanjing rises distinctively with its red clouds and golden summit adorning the colorful Guizhou Yunnan region. The Meili Snow Mountain in the heart of the Hengduan Mountains soars into the sky, dividing rivers. The majestic Tian Shan Mountains, with their ancient snow and ice meltwater, nourish our country's two major basins. The Taihang Mountains, North China's backbone, separate the lowest plateau from the North China Plain. Mount Wugong's Sea of Clouds nurtures rare high mountain meadows in the south. Mount Gongda, the king of Sichuan mountains, stands at the basin's edge, protecting the western Sichuan plateau. From Mount Amei and Mount Laojun, you can see the sunrise over the golden summit, sea of clouds, and layers of mountains all at once. Mount Hua, known as China's most dangerous mountain, features steep cliffs that display the Qinling Mountain's full majesty. Mount Tai, the most revered of the 5 sacred mountains, lets you stand at its peak and look down on all other mountains. After visiting Huangshan, Yellow Mountain, you won't want to see other mountains, its unique pines, strange rocks.
Sacred and divine, the majestic Changbai Mountain is the highest peak in the northeast and the source of both the Songhua and Yalu rivers.
Here, lakes are scattered like stars, with vast water areas intertwining with mountains and rivers. Qinghai Lake, our country's largest lake, sits on the plateau, boundless and vast. Lake Sairam sits in the heart of the Tian Shan Mountains, known as the last teardrop from the Atlantic. The setting sun and wild ducks flying together, autumn waters matching the vast sky. This depicts the beauty of our nation's largest freshwater lake. Poyang Lake and Hulun Lake lie between grasslands, with Hulun Lake being the largest lake in Inner Mongolia and the northeast. The romantic Namso Lake and Yanchen Tangla Mountains eternally guard the plateau. Lake Tai adorns the heart of Jiangnan, making the title Jiangnan Watertown even more fitting. Dongting Lake embraces distant mountains and swallows the Yangtze River, vast and boundless. The Daitian waterfall spans two countries, roaring over rocks as it rushes downward. The Huanggoshu waterfall pours like the Yellow River upside down, like thunder in the valley, and is Asia's largest waterfall. After visiting Zhangjiajie, one no longer appreciates other waters. Zhangjiajie's waters gather the essence to form the Nuorilang waterfall. The Hugo waterfall of the Yellow River sounds like thousands of drums beating together, like rolling thunder, magnificent and grand. Great rivers rush forward, washing away soil, laying the foundation of our nation. Our country possesses numerous major rivers. The Yangtze River flows from Guilin Peak on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, crossing 3 terrain steps and traveling thousands of miles before emptying into the Yellow River flows eastward from the Bayanha Mountains into the Bohai Sea. The Huai River flows between the Yangtze and Yellow Rivers for thousands of miles, dividing our country's north and south. The Yarlung Zangbo River collects water from the Himalayas, the top of the world, and flows south into the Indian subcontinent. The Tian Shan and Kunlun Mountains together nurture our country's longest inland river, the Tarim River. The Irtish River flows north from the Altai Mountains into the Arctic Ocean. The Pearl River, South China's largest river, flows through 6 provinces to the South China Sea. The Qiantang River forms its own system, creating Hangzhou Bay and enriching the Wuyue culture. The Min River, Fujian's longest, starts in the Wuyi Mountains and flows into the East China Sea. Starting from Wuyi Mountain and flowing into the East China Sea, it shaped Fuzhou, the provincial capital. Only with vast plains can one have abundant grain production, and we fortunately have fertile fields stretching for thousands of miles. The Yellow River nurtured the Hetao Plain in Yinchuan and Inner Mongolia. The warm, moist air from the Atlantic forms precipitation when blocked by the Tian Shan Mountains, nurturing the Ili River Valley. At the foot of the Qinling Mountains lies the vast Guangzhong Plain, stretching across the 800-mile Qinchuan. The North China Plain, fed by the Yellow Huaihai water system, supports over 300 million people. The plains fed by the Yangtze River created what we know as Jiangnan and the land of fish and rice. Our country's largest plain, the Northeast Plain, with its vast black soil, annually produces 1/5 of our nation's grain. Similarly, we possess vast maritime areas and a long winding coastline. The northernmost Bohai Sea links Northeast and North China with 3 major bays within. The Yellow Sea connects to the Bohai Sea, changing from inland waters to deep blue. The East China Sea has a winding coastline and contains over half of our country's islands. The South China Sea is vast, connecting South China with Southeast Asia. The Qiantang River forms the trumpet-shaped Hangzhou Bay, where it meets the East China Sea. The Pearl River forms the trumpet-shaped Lingding Ocean, where it meets the South China Sea. There's also Hainan, where the blue sea meets the sky and spring is eternal, as well as Taiwan's east coast at the continental shelf's edge, all true portraits of our country's maritime beauty. It also has the diverse charm of the Yunnan Guizhou Plateau, with its high mountains and deep valleys. The vast expanse of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, with its unique sanctity and devotion of the snowy highlands. The many gullies of the Loess Plateau, and the simplicity and changes like Xintianyu folk songs. The melodious Chang flute in the Hexi Corridor, and the deep cultural legacy of the Silk Road spanning thousands of years. It also has the Inner Mongolian Plateau's scenes of wind-swept grass, emerald green stretching to the horizon, and boundless prairie beauty. The fragrant spring of the southeast hills, distinct from the north's gentle mountains and waters forming a scroll.
The poetic Jiangnan with its small bridges, flowing water, and black awning boats in rainy alleys, all part of its graceful figure. Its favorable climate conditions also give it distinct seasons. When spring colors cover the mountains and rivers, warm breezes intoxicate travelers. In summer, it becomes a sea of green lotus leaves stretching skyward, with lotus flowers reflecting the sun's unique red splendor. As autumn nears, long winds carry geese thousands of miles, letting one drink freely in high towers and express feelings. In winter, the northern landscape transforms into silver-clad mountains dancing like snakes and plains racing like elephants. In connecting with the world and modern city appearances, it leads the way. Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, any of these cities, when viewed globally, are among the best of all cities. What we've discussed today is just the tip of the iceberg of our country's beauty. Its splendor can't be fully described in a few words.